What's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday, TGIF, and I intend on doing the exact same. What is going on? Now, before we get, well, there's nothing to really talk about. The only thing that I'm going to tell y'all and remind y'all about is the fact that I do have a live review coming up tomorrow of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So make sure you guys are prepared and in the building and ready to see my review. The way that we go about it is that T goes live first and then I go live right after him. So make sure you guys tune in for a double whammy of Love and Marriage Huntsville live reviews. Okay. So, with that being said, y'all, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcements. So, let's go ahead and get into the mess. Now, we did talk about Kyla Mitchell about a day or so ago. We did talk about him, and he had came out and did an interview with Club Shay Shay. He basically told the people, me being Club Shay Shay, that his ex-wife cheated on him and got pregnant by multiple men while they were in the marriage. Now, Kale's wife, well, ex-wife, and Kale's daughter has also come out and spoke out against Kale. So we're gonna get into what his ex-wife had to say first. Let's get into that. All right. Let me pull this up, and there it is.
That was pregnant because it was not me. Like, who was this? And then other thing is like, how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember your kids for like years? Like, I don't even know, 13, I don't know, 14. And then how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember Nick, in my cheerleading outfit, right? Like, how does your memory work exactly? Because you remember lots of things about me from a long time ago, and it just it's kind of odd like how your memory works. Like, you don't remember, I don't know, do you remember your daughter in a car accident? You remember your son losing his tooth? You remember taking your kids money? Do you remember being completely so Kel, who is this person? Physically, mentally abusive? Do you remember that you used to beat me and hit me and choke me and strangle me when I would come out the hospital having because I have single beta thalassemia disease? Do you remember that? Do you remember that you were addicted to sex? Do you remember that? Do you remember me catching you with a man? Do you remember that? Do you remember you using the money that I created to um, pay for an entire woman's place? Do you remember that? Do you remember, taking the kids to Chicago and not telling me? Do you remember unilaterally filing for divorce and then moving back in with your mistress? Do you remember that? It's just, your memory is so strange. Like, do you remember that you didn't have any money for physically, mentally abusive? Do you remember that you used to beat me and hit me and choke me and the studio told you that, basically told everybody that you were dead. And so I had to write a pilot for you. Do you remember that I wanted to be a mathematician, but instead I decided to be in a group, rap group with you? Do you remember that? Do you remember that when no one else was talking about you, I produced and wrote Kel Videos Live? Do you remember? Do you remember I also wrote and produced Ganked? Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie that you did with Cedric the Entertainer? You know, the one that I gave you? Do you remember that you took that and you sold it for $2,500? Do you remember that? Because your memory is so interesting to me, because I don't know why you didn't remember that I don't even like bodily fluids. So that I was actually relieved to find out when you were cheating. When I found out you were cheating, I was relieved. Did you remember that? The studio told, remember that? Do you remember that I lost my virginity to you? Do you remember that? Um so your memory is interesting. So I think we should, you know what? let's figure out, like, let's sit down, let's have a sit down, and let's think about, this memory. I have a few items that might, jog your mind to help you with some of that memory. I don't know if this is like, beginning Alzheimer's or something, but yeah, let's talk about it though, because I'm ready. Remember that? Do you remember? I'm still trying to figure out why everyone is like really truly believes this man's ridiculous lies. Pregnant by 3 different men. Come on, Cal, are you okay? It's like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because there's nothing wrong with this man just being accountable, but of course he cannot be accountable. He can't be accountable, right? So you want to go and tell some story? I'm pregnant by 3 different men while I'm married to you, dude. Are you okay? This is the story that I guess he's been telling people. He's been telling this story to people, and I'm sure the story it has now morphed into 5 different men. Or I don't even know. I don't know how many men it takes for somebody to not like me. Like, you're trying to get people not to like me or to think I'm some whore, and that somehow will change the reality of what happened. But that's just not how it works at all. And no, I was never pregnant, and no, I never cheated on Kel. And the children that he has, that he and I have together, are his children, and he's had the DNA test. He had the DNA test immediately because, of course, the very first thing a man says when he's caught doing horrible things. I'm still trying to figure out why everyone is like really truly believes this doing horrible things is that he's doing it for a reason. And so Kel wants to give himself a reason, and his reasoning behind why he was abusive, why he tried to kill me, is because I was pregnant by other men during our marriage. And that is so far away from the truth. I don't even, it's so hard trying to disprove something that is not even possible. Not even, this is not even a possibility for Kel, for Kel to say this, not even possible. And so for him to say this, it just shows, like, you have serious mental problems, and you are trying to, gather your man fans up. So you go on Club Shay Shay and you try to get the men to, go against, go against me because I'm a whore. And that must be like, I'm smart. I raised these kids all by myself without him involved. He was not involved at all. He actually intentionally tried to make sure that the children had a very terrible life by selling their property, using their college money, using my daughter's wedding fund for his wedding. I mean, all of these terrible things. So he's trying to figure out a way to justify that behavior. Doing horrible things is that
She ended up telling me that
But that is not all. So after his ex-wife came out and spoke out, his daughter actually came out and said some things. Now the daughter says, "Dad, I honestly don't understand why you keep putting this out here when I've told you how men how when I told you how I have been contacting calling me a slut because of my mom. I am your daughter as a woman, and I'm so disappointed in you. I'd choose a bear over a man. And my stepdad didn't change our names to hide us away from you. We've talked about this, and you know why. It was because my mom never wanted my little siblings to feel different than us. I begged to take over my stepdad last name. He made it a cute memorial thing because it was him accepting me as his daughter. You got my brother, and I tested to see if we were yours, while the dad who stepped took over the role you let go. Please speak the truth. And when people would Google us, they see our last name is Mitchell. And it was embarrassing to say my dad wasn't there. So by taking my stepdad's name, I felt like every other kid in the class from a two-parent household. Please don't blame either parent for the ignorance of young men that are not worth your time at all. You are God's child, regardless of anything your parents have done or how they've disappointed you. Young lady, oh, that's what somebody telling her. Let no dirty dog call you anything less than that. Someone else, so she responds with, I agree on the last part, on the first part. The last part you're projecting. I don't have daddy issues. I had a dad, it just wasn't him. Okay. So that was pretty much it. And all I gotta say is that when she said that I had a dad that just wasn't him, I'm like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a whole lot in 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? But Kale, you're not looking too good, homie. You know, when you was first telling your story on Club Shay Shay, I thought that you sounded genuine. I thought you was sincere about what you said. But then your wife came out, and not only did your ex-wife come out, your daughter came out. So if your ex-wife came out and your daughter then came out and said the same damn thing, then honey, I kind of believe them. I kind of believe them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I've seen this time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your daughter's saying that she'd rather choose a bear over a man, then that is something. That means that you was not doing good as a parent at all. Like you were not, the father that you needed her to be. You know what I'm saying? And and in my opinion, I do believe, even by listening to what your ex-wife said, I don't think that she's completely innocent either. And what I mean by that is I just believe that the marriage was just pretty tumultuous, to be honest. And I think that they both did a bunch of clown shit in their marriage, and they're both mad at each other, and they're both hurting one another. But that doesn't change what Cal did. But I do think that they both did some shit. That's how it comes across to me. And I'm not here blaming the woman at all. So don't take it that way. But that's how it looks to me. But I think the daughter saying what she said made more sense to me than anything. So we can move on to the next thing. And the next story is Wack 100. Yes, Wack ass Wack 100. Okay. Now he's steady talking about this Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. He's steady talking about this, and he's steady saying that Tory is innocent. I don't understand why so many people who was not there is so adamant about this man's innocence. He did an interview with Jason Lee, and we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So let's listen in.
Feel like not snitch. Okay, because you kind of alluded to having receipts that once they come out, Tory is going to be vindicated.
They coming out one way or another. They just delaying it because they trying to get it in court. If they can't get it in court, it's gonna hit the net. And when they hit the net, they gonna see that it's an innocent man in jail. Meg's not from the street. She ain't from no gang and nothing, she's not.
Well, there was the video where she first said what the shooting, how it happened, and then another video where she said how it happened, and they were completely different stories.
Did you see when Tory's father went off?
I did see that.
The star witness, last minute, without them knowing, walked in and went from a defense witness to a DA's witness.
Okay.
Based upon what he said, curved the jury. I'm the last guy Tory talked to before he walked in court. I believe he antagonized her to a point to where she got upset. And women can be vindictive and women can be evil. I don't think Megan remembers what happened that night. I think Megan was in that dark spot.
She was intoxicated.
I don't really think she remembers what happened. And I really believe if Tory wouldn't have been antagonizing her on those lies, it would have never got to this point.
But here's my thing, Wack 100. Why the fuck are you so adamant and so up Tory's ass? My thing is, if y'all really care so much about Tory and what he got going on, write him a letter or something. Like, go download J Pay since y'all got so much to say. Like, go schedule a conjugal visit or something. Like, go do that, because ever since this shit came out, you've been on the internet like defending Tory like that's your woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you've been doing, and I don't understand why. But um, that's what you doing. So I don't understand why. Because at the end of the day, if Tory is so innocent, if Megan don't remember what happened that night, okay, clearly she was shot. Who did it then? I asked everybody who is so adamant about Tory being so innocent in this whole thing. I always ask them, if he didn't do it, who did? Who did it? Who did it? Y'all want to keep on saying Kelsey did it. If Kelsey did it, why didn't Tory say Kelsey did it then? And it ain't Megan who put him in jail. It was the state of California that filed the charges. She never filed no charges against him. So why the fuck is everybody so mad with her? And even if she don't remember what happened, because she was drunk and intoxicated and it was dark outside and all this other shit, then who shot her then? Who did it? Y'all want to say it's Kelsey so bad. Okay, if it's Kelsey, why ain't nobody saying it's her? Why he didn't say it was her? Why did he go on the stand and allow himself to be thrown in jail? Make that make sense to me, because it's not making sense. But Whack ass 100 is a whack ass bitch anyway, and I can't with him. Like, I just need for him to shut the fuck up, because I just don't take him seriously at all. Like, he just I just never cared for him. But however, we're gonna go ahead and move on into this next story, and then after that we got one more, and that is DJ Akademiks. Now DJ Akademiks, y'all know I can't stand him. I'm a number one DJ Akademiks hater. That absolutely. He blames Meek Mill for Drake and Kendrick Lamar's beef, which I thought that was some clown shit. But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
You know, shout out to my man Cat Williams, man. 2024 is a year. Everything will definitely be revealed. I'm gonna be honest with you. What we're seeing even with Drake and Kendrick, it's Meek Mill's fault. I think
hold on. This is crazy.
Wait,
that's a crazy take.
No.
I don't get the claim.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because defeating Meek Mill in that type of way. By the way, Drake was the underdog into that beef.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Oh,
everyone said, "Yo, this is the guy who used to have nappy braids on the corner, battle rapping." He grew up battle rapping. You grew up on the grass. You're not gonna beat him. Drake knocks him out, right?
Yeah.
So now it's giving Drake a level of confidence to say, "Yo, I'm defeating the battlers of the battlers." These guys really don't want to see me. It's inflating your. Now we realize Meek Mill is as 50 says, a special type of stupid. Like literally. Anybody could have defeated him. I defeated him on Twitter. He just blocked me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the guy's so dumb. He's one of the few people that you're like, maybe we gave Drake too much credit for beating this guy. This guy beat himself. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, that's how dumb he is. Like, put it like this. And I even thought about it. If I was Meek Mill, there's a possibility if you know, you take, like, Meek Mill has a remedial, like, you know, slower person's brain. If you put an actual 9-year-old, you know what I mean, able-bodied kid brain in there, he might have beaten Drake. Think about this. Let's rewrite a little bit of history. Think about this. I'm not bullshit.
I don't even remember what Meek Mill's diss track was on Drake called. Do you remember?
It was like War or some shit. War Paint?
Yeah, War Paint.
Oh, okay.
How does Drake lose to Pusha? Pusha reveals he has a kid.
Yeah.
So a big reveal that's shocking could end it. Cool. What does Drake, what's the biggest reveal of all time? And especially in that time, 2015, he doesn't write his lyrics. You know what Meek could have done? It was just a remedial error. Instead of tweeting it out, which by the way, I interviewed like his best friend. His best friend described how this happened. Nicki Minaj left them at a store and they're riding pedal bikes in Miami Beach back to the hotel. And while on the bike, he's typing up the tweet on his phone, and his friends don't even know. He's so mad at Drake, he's like sending all of those tweets. Like, he don't write his rhymes center. If Meek Mill only revealed, just like how Kendrick tried to reveal, you have a child on the record, just like Pusha T revealed on the record, you have a child. If he doesn't tweet out 3 weeks before we hear a song from him, you don't write your raps, and we hear it for the very first time with the reference tracks on a record, we might be so mind blown, we would give him credit for the song being good, even if it wasn't.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's an expose. Except he was just tweeting at all of his ammo. Like, he shot the ammo in the pregame.
Mm-hmm.
The game came in and felt like, all right, you got some more. It was just like, nah, that was it. Like I told y'all, like in the weigh-in, like that was all I had. So if you're not that dumb and you understand the art of timing, and also you being a little bit more shrewd, I think he could possibly have kept up with Drake a little bit better. Even though back to back is still a knockout punch.
Yeah.
But still, it's a less effective, because you would have lines like, yo, I waited 4 days, the way I laugh. Also, I also think that it's one of the beefs where having a public girlfriend, you know what I've always thought about Drake? Him not having a girlfriend that you could claim him to, right?
It's no target.
Look how they do Logan Paul. Look what Dylan did Logan Paul. Like, you know, just get at your girl.
It's a target.
Yeah. The closest thing after that with
It's
Drake
easiest.
is the baby mama, but he doesn't have a constant chick on his arm that you could be like, yo, we all f***ed her. She was a slut. She was just none of that, right? Meek was dating Nicki Minaj, and even though that's a W, when you're fighting with another man and they could just look at you and be like, yo, you're stealing out of her purse because you're wildly unsuccessful compared to her, it's like, it's belittling of a man. So if he's not with Nicki, all that, yo, is that a world tour, your girl tour, and all the lines that kind of belittles him, that doesn't work. If he reveals on the track the ghost writing shit, that's more effective. And who knows? Could be a different battle, but he's a special type of stuff.
I feel like I would have gotten in a fight with my girl that night after that bar.
What?
Like, is it your tour or your girl's tour? Like, that would have made me
Yeah,
insecure.
but you know it's not your tour. What?
Well, yeah, because he's pointing that out.
And didn't they go to the same hotel and like bump the track all night? Drake got the hotel room above or below Meek Mill and Nicki.
Yeah, that was the whole.
Because he said that in
rumor.
Summer 16, right?
Yeah, that was the whole rumor that happened in Toronto too. That was a Toronto hotel, I think. And Drake supposedly got, I think Drama might have also expounded on it.
That's so
He
petty,
rented out
it's
all the
insane.
rooms above Meek and below him. That's some devious shit. Meek Mill, as I said, shout out to my man.
So all I'm gonna say about this is that DJ Akademiks is stupid. He's looking for attention, and he's not paying attention to what the fuck he need to be paying attention to. You're so worried about Meek Mill, and listen, I just feel like Meek Mill is an easy target. I've always felt that way. Everybody always want to go in on Meek Mill all the fucking time. It's just easy for people to do that, and I just need for DJ Akademiks to shut the fuck up, because at the end of the day, you sat there and you tried to clown Carisha, but then when Saucy Santana of all motherfucking people had your bitch ass crying. So who the hell are you? Let's talk about it. Who are you? Why do you feel the need to keep on talking about Meek Mill and blaming him for every damn thing? You got a whole case. You got a whole chick out here claiming that but you out here talking about Meek Mill and what the he got going on, and how he inflated Drake's ego. Meek Mill didn't inflate Drake's ego. Y'all inflated Drake's ego. He been thinking he was better than what he really was. Drake ain't to me. Drake is a fake ass Ja Rule, and I've been saying that for the longest time. But when you say something about Drake, everybody think that you a motherfucking hater. Drake ain't nothing but smoking motherfucking mirrors. He's marketable. He's corny. He's cosplaying all the time. Always posting the hood like a bad. All that bullshit. So I'm not really fucking with Drake. I never have. I don't care for Drake. You know what I mean? Like, all I see every time I look at Drake, I see him in that wheelchair on fucking Degrassi. That's what the fuck I see. Like, for real. So, Akademiks, you're obsessed. You pick and choose who the fuck you want to fuck with. If you argue with Meek Mill, you might get a little points. But you know who to try with. You know who to try with. You always got something to say all the time. Shut the fuck up. I'd be so glad when a mother put hands on you. Because at the end of the day, you ain't saying nothing about that case. And you ain't said nothing to Santana when he just called your ass out again. Because you're gonna get scared and you're gonna cry again on screen. That's what you gonna do. So DJ Akademiks, y'all know I can't stand him. Y'all know I live to read his ass down every chance I get. So we're gonna move on to this last damn story, a very bizarre story of the day, and that is William the Saddest. If you don't know who William the Saddest is, I first saw William the Saddest on Bad Boys Club on Zeus, and William the Saddest was also on Chasing LA, and he was also doing work with Tasha K. Now, apparently, he did an interview with Tasha K. Child, and he spoke on an alleged relationship with Soulja Boy. Now, I know how Tasha K can be. Tasha K, I would play what the neighborhood talk I already played, but I'm not gonna do it. But apparently he claimed, because they say she strikes channels and shit, so I ain't got time for that. But he said that he had a relationship with Soulja Boy. He was talking about how big his was. He said that Soulja Boy liked to play racial games when they're having sex and things of that nature and all. So he said all that, and I don't know what possessed him to come out and say that he had some kind of sexual relationship with Soulja Boy, but yeah. And I seen a couple of gay people in the comments, like Bobby Light, saying that when I tell y'all I cannot stand this punk, I really can't. Oliver Twix was like, "Be safe, little baby, please, because you didn't crank it, Lord Jesus." Okay. Mr. Jerome Tramiel says, Soulja Boy asked if William the Baddest gets down or is gay really come on. And when he said that in the clip, when he said that Soulja Boy asked him, do he get down? I'm like, it's clear that he does. Why would he ask him that? That just came across like it's a fucking lie. You know what I mean? However, instead of us continuing on, because like I said, I don't want to play the clip because I know how Miss Tasha can be sometimes. So I don't know if I got the okay to play her clip, but I just pretty much summarized what he said in the clip. Now what we're gonna get into now is what Soulja Boy said in response. So let's get into that, y'all. Let's take a listen to that.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? They said to the left, bro. Anybody could go on OnlyFans and see that. Anybody could go on OF and see that. I got an OF page. What the fuck? That don't prove nothing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Hey, y'all, hey, keep it. Hey, wait. Keep it gangster. Are y'all serious right now, or are y'all trolling? Y'all serious? Oh, y'all dead ass. Okay. On my life, God strike me down, send me to hell right now. On my soul, on everything I love, that dude is lying. I could die right now today. God strike me down. I put it on my life. I put it on my life, a soul. I put it on my heartbeat. To be that. I'm telling y'all I'm not. What the fuck you want me to? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? They said to the left, bro. Anybody could go on OnlyFans and see that. Anybody could go on OF and see that. I got an OF page. What the fuck? That don't prove nothing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Hey, y'all, hey, keep it. Hey, wait. Keep it gangster. Are y'all serious right now, or are y'all trolling? Y'all serious? Oh, y'all dead ass. Okay. On my life, God strike me down, send me to hell right now. On my soul, on everything I love, that dude is lying. I could die right now today. God strike me down. I put it on my life. I put it on my life, a soul. I put it on my heartbeat. To be that. I'm telling y'all I'm not. That is not true, bro. Now if that don't do it for y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to say. And then if you don't believe me after that, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, cause it ain't what the fuck. It ain't what's the big deal? What the like? Whoa, what the fuck? That is not true, bro. Now if that don't do it for y'all, I don't know what the fuck
He was to me. I loved it.
And if you want me to be honest, I don't believe that shit is true either. Now, I may not like Soulja Boy. I may not even care for Soulja Boy like that. But I don't believe shit that William the Baddest say. This bitch don't do nothing but get online and make up shit as he goes along. I don't believe that. I don't believe nothing he's saying. If it like he's another Sydney Star to me, I won't ever believe nothing that he fucking says at all. And I know that we all, I'm just gonna go on and say it. Being in the LGBT community, a lot of times people be feeling like you're supposed to agree with whatever it go, not really agree, but stand with them. But I'm not gonna stand with this. Absolutely not standing with that. Because at the end of the day, I just don't think that is true. I think that he's lying. As I just pointed out, he's another Sydney Star. Like whatever he says, I never believe. And it's just like everybody knows what Soulja Boy's peen looks like. The pictures are on the internet. The man got a whole OnlyFans page, okay? Then you gonna say that the man asked you, do you get down? Why would he ask you, do you get down, when it's clear that you do, bitch? You walking around with purple damn hair. I mean, look at you got a whole fucked up ass BBL. Like, of course you get down. He knows that you get down. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? And if anybody believes that they're gullible as a mother, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. 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 Like I said, I don't give a what who like he could be telling the truth and I still won't be believing him. But like I said, when it come down to Soulja Boy, like I said, I may not care for Soulja Boy, may not like him like that at all, but I don't bet more believe that this man had anything going on with no damn William the Baddest than anything in the moon, because all William the Baddest do is fucking lie. He been lying since he was on Bad Boys. He was lying on Chasing. That's a gift. All he ever does is sit up here and lie. So absolutely not. I don't like him. Mm-mm. And I don't know why he's being brought into our culture anyway. He want to be black so damn bad, and I just need for him to go to on. Like for real. I don't believe shit he say. Sad bitch. Anyway, but that's it. That's all I really got on that. I just had to come in and talk about that. And y'all, I know it seems like I'm rushing through this video, but girl, I'm getting ready to go to work, child. That's the only reason why this video is not longer than it needs to be. But yeah, I'm trying to rush and get this done before I go to work, because I get off too late. But anyway, with that being said, that's all I got. I'll probably be back a little bit later after T's interview with Kiki. But before I go, be sure to hit my cousin up, LaShonda Catchings from Community First Real Estate. If you're looking for a home, there's the office number, her direct contact, as well as the website. So make sure you guys hit her up. The Chasing Panel's very own Tremel, okay? He has a brand new song out called The Everything Remix. And Tremel, featuring Rico with a K. The video is out right now, as well as the song. So make sure you guys go and purchase it. Also, the Chasing Panel's own Carl, aka K-Star, he has a brand new record out called Cock Goblin, and it's available right now. So make sure you guys pick it up. And also Bando Kane, last but not least, he has a new single out called The Nasty Remix, which is available now, and it's featuring Tay G of Londa the Blonde, as well as the Hood Hoes. Be sure to support my cousin. Be sure to support my two friends, and also be sure to support Bando because he is the BD. All right. So with that being said, you guys, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here, and I will leave you guys with the promo from King Darius Books, and I'm out of here, y'all. Bye.
What's up, everyone? It is Darius asking you to check out my newest children's book, DJ Stands on Business. Follow along as 5 friends who are entrepreneurs by the name of Pixel, Raven, a dynamic duo we can learn, and a children's book author named DJ use their entrepreneurial spirit to save money to go on a trip to Mexico. So follow along as children can learn about terms that teach them about entrepreneurship and give them the opportunity to open up the world in the adventures of friendship and entrepreneurship. You can check out my children's book, DJ Stands on Business, as well as DJ's Favorite Day and Twinkle Little Star at www.kingdariusbooks.com.